せるほどの強さで抱きしめて今すぐにこの瞬間を私を本当は見なくていい Just make a real moment それを真実は音になれずに消えてく戻れないなら月の彼方で沈めて
What's up, everyone? That's right. Heading back to the 90s, where computers were getting CD-ROM drives, was the biggest thing you could imagine. And if you had kids, well, maybe you were gonna figure out something for them to do with the thing too. So, Thinkin Things is a series by a company called Edmark. So not quite the biggest player in like the kids software industry. It's no humongous entertainment or learning company. But they managed to make a splash and get somewhere with their Thinkin Things series, which began in, I want to say 1993. I'm pretty sure I looked that up, but I forgot, so just trust me on that. Now, the version with the first game in the series is known now as Thinkin Things Collection 1, because it was followed up by Collections 2 and 3. Now, the version I'll be playing is technically not the original. It's 1 second, I don't remember how I actually installed it. I did it all. But yeah, the version I'm playing is technically a re-release that was for Windows, because the original was for DOS and there was a Macintosh version as well. So, this version is instead for Windows, and has slightly updated graphics and stuff, but otherwise the same thing. It is the one I had as a child. I'm not quite old enough for the DOS. Let me just make sure I'm doing what I was supposed to do here, but hopefully set everything up. There we go. You can see everything fine? That is good, because let me tell you, getting these set up to display well, kind of a pain in the ass. And ultimately what I ended up doing was using a magnifying program to zoom in on this section of the screen here. And capture, and then I captured that. Even then it's not perfect, but you can see the whole game window, and that's what matters. So, Thinkin Things Collection 1. So the thing about this Thinkin Things in general is that it's not necessarily educational in that it's teaching you subjects like, hey, math or science. Well, until it is anyway, but that's a separate story for later. It's more just a handful of toys with a little bit of light interactive quiz element. Basically, the whole point is just get the kid thinking. So there's 6 games in total here, but we can kind of divide them into 3 categories of 2. And the first category involves these guys. They're sort of musical ones. So we'll start here with my man Oranga Benga.
Hey there, I'm Oranga. Hey, you go first.
What you get here is our cool orangutan with a drum set. So you can obviously mess around with the various drums and percussion toys, and then when you click on him, he'll play them back. You can also click there to do that. So if you're going to be an annoying bastard, you can like mash on something like the gong. Good face there. And the other thing they have is that many of these games have a component to, you know, give a little quiz to them, a little bit of a light thing for the kid to do, right or wrong.
Can you play that?
Oh right, I was seeing what they did. That's a bit of a spoiler.
Can you play that? Yeah. Can you play that?
Plays a little pattern, and you repeat it. If you get it right, tells you it's cool. If you mess up, shakes his head.
One more time.
Try it again. Very low pressure sort of thing.
Okay. Can you play that?
Thing you can do if you want a bit of extra challenge.
Can you play that?
Turn off the lights, see if you can recognize just by sound.
Try playing that. Groovy. Now your turn.
And these also come with a difficulty slider, so you can things up for if you're closer to the 8-year-old side of the 4 to 8 years old recommended recommended ages. And yeah, his eyes, you can watch his eyes for a bit of a clue. So it's not necessarily just hear everything.
Now your turn. One more time. Now you. Right.
Simple little toys for kids. That's largely what this collection is, which is one sec. Yeah, I notice if you try and give it too many clicks, it'll sometimes just screw. Hey, we back. Anyway, so the other sort of musical game here is Toony Loony.
Hi there, I'm the Toonie Loon. Show me what to play.
This is one with tones instead of just percussion sounds. The one thing that this one has that the other doesn't is that you have a few different instruments to choose from. I like the faces that pop out of this one. Bring on. And there's the chickens. Like Orangabanga.
Try playing that. You're good at this. Now it's your turn. Good work.
Simple enough.
Can you play that?
If you mess it up. Again.
Once again.
It's simple. No pressure.
Now you.
Unfathomably chill, really.
Try playing that. You're great. Now it's your turn.
Oh, that's the max difficulty that I left up. Whoops, right, I did, but...
Can you play that?
Yeah, switching between night and day is pretty funny. That's those two. See, the thing about the original Thinkin things is that it's honestly a pretty simple program, so I won't be able to spend a ton of time on it. The later stuff, I have a bit more to say about. They're more game-like in some way. Me too, man. So these next two have a bit of logic to them.
You can make a feathered friend.
This is Bird Factory. What you make in the Bird Factory are... You can probably guess, I think. They're birds. A bunch of different colors, patterns, hats, shoes. And by a bunch, I mean you got 4 of each. This game's old, you don't have that much. Robot bird creates an organic bird homunculi. Exactly!
Make the missing bird, please.
Let me turn these down to minimum again, so...
Can you make the missing bird?
So what I was looking for here is patterns, and on the lowest level, they only ask you to put in, like, one trait. Like, you can see it goes from green to pink to green to pink, so logically, you must continue with green. Also, there's a really funny thing with the Q&A mode of this one. I think it's worth doing a few for.
Thank you. Goodbye. Please make the missing bird.
Alright, this one I think we could all figure out. Am I supposed to know what bird is next? It's tricky.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Make the missing bird, please.
But yes, it's very fun that sometimes when you get it right, they just send them directly to hell. I click it at a bad time. This thing's old as shit, so it's a little volatile. Like going by the copyright screen, this later version is from '95. At least now you can properly see the little intro and hear it.
You can make a feathered friend. Make the missing bird, please.
Back to advanced difficulty.
Can you make the missing bird?
Here we get a bit more or logic to it. Symbols, which is fun. The only thing that changes is the color, so we want green, but then pattern, hat, and shoes is this one.
Please try again.
Oh, the shoes changed too, silly me.
Thank you very much. See you later.
As you see, again, when you mess it up, they just ask you to try again.
Please make the missing bird.
So yeah, again, simple little logic toy for kids.
Thank you.
Cute birds.
See ya.
Few jokes.
Make the missing bird, please.
Menu. This is the fourth one.
The Fripple Shop.
As stated, it's the Fripple Shop. Fripples happen to be a thing that'll end up popping up a lot over the Thinkin Thing series. We'll see them in one of the other two. They're just these little guys. All different shapes and sizes, have different traits, etc. Fripple Shop. Check the door and get a customer.
Fripples. I like spots and big eyes and straight hair, please.
Simple matter. Ask for.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Shuffles them.
This Fripple is yellow. It has big eyes.
And you can click on them to get descriptions.
This Fripple is purple. It has big eyes and curly hair.
I love the very obviously chopped up line read there.
Oh my, would you look at all those fribbles? I like spots and sunglasses and straight hair, please.
Please, very polite.
Thank you ever so much. Farewell to you, youngin'.
Farewell to you, youngin. There's actually two other ways to get customers. One is here. You get a fax order. Which means you just can read it and don't get to hear it. If you get it wrong, once again...
That Fripple is not exactly what the customer wants. Please try again.
And if you mess up a few times, they'll start to eliminate. And they'll ship them right out. That is definitely just a guy making a car noise. Phone.
Oh, be a dear and get me a Fripple. I like yellow and straight hair, please.
There's only one that matches the description.
darling, thank you.
And if for the people again on the higher end of the 4 to 8-year-old spectrum, like say if you're like 7 or 8 or 30, you know, you might want to turn the difficulty up to advanced.
Hi. Any Fribbles in the shop? I like big eyes and curly hair, but not spots. Pretty please with a cherry on top.
Got some largeness to him, but he's nice. Yeah, this is probably the funniest thing. There's actually a good amount of different customers.
Thanks a lot. See ya later, alligator.
Fribbles to go store. Hey there. I like big eyes and curly hair, but not stripes. Please.
The Irishman hair. Sorry we don't have it in green, but
Thanks, and the luck of the Irish be with ya.
this is the type of thing I'd be quoting with my siblings if we played back in the day. Exactly. Happened to me, and it could happen to you.
Well, open for business with Fribbles to go.
There are a lot of
I
customers.
like purple and sunglasses, but not straight hair. Please?
Nice suit.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Wonder when I'll get a repeat.
Hello? I like stripes or curly hair, but not both. Please, mon chéri.
And yeah, they'll start throwing in questions like that too. Curly hair, but no stripes, so.
Merci. Goodbye. I'm back. I like spots.
Yeah, actually, a different line for coming back.
Straight hair, but not both. Please.
Funny thing is, there are actually some we, at least one we haven't seen yet. It's random. I want to see if he shows up before we're done.
Thanks a lot to you.
It was our other
Bye.
football. Presumably she keeps that at home. It's well behaved.
Any fribbles for sale? I like small eyes and spots, but not straight hair.
Another new one. Again, there's a lot. I like the board to shop on her bag. It's true. Like, you know, people kind of hate you when you say it, but women do be shopping. Or this woman does anyway.
Thank you. Shopping's my name, and fripples are my game.
How simply marvelous. Fribbles. I like straight hair or stripes, but not both. Please? Oh, darling, thank you. Ta-ta.
Good voice. Seriously, where's the one guy? Here we go.
Whoa, Fribbles to go. I like spots or straight hair, but not both, dude. Please.
This was the guy I was waiting for. Surfer dude.
This is great. Later.
So the final two activities are a little different. They're more like sort of automated art programs almost. Toss things on the screen. them moving around in whatever way you want. Dragging them to bounce them. Right. Up and down. Also change the background, which notably these these gradients are essentially made to simulate being 3D, and the way the balls shrink and grow over them is part of that. So you'll see when they get smaller. You can change colors too. And you can have some music. For me, for sure. Hey, not everyone was ready to hop on Quake. There's more than one sound, including a classical tune like this. They're all pretty short loops. You could disappear most of the toolbar. Even all of it if you just let it sit. How many of these are there? Forgot about this one. Kirby map screen type tune. Oh, there are a lot. Geez. That was nice. This sounds like an incidental tune from Eastern Mind. Now, that loop is not timed very well. Start over? No, it's not. See, how many of these are there? I think I probably never went through like the whole catalog as a kid. Okay, back to the start. And the other thing this and the other one we're about to do have are ideas. Where they just have little preset ones set up in certain ways. Like this cool little yellow worm here. I think I do remember seeing this one as a kid. I like this one because I liked it because it's like, oh, it's like a city. Hi. I'm making a static blog out of these. Yeah, I like looking at the ideas as a kid. Sure didn't bother trying to recreate anything like them because I did not have the patience to anything other than throw them around randomly. So, final one in this small collection. The other one that's more of a little art type thing. So this one, interestingly, does not have music. Instead, Instead of moving, they make sounds when it hits stuff. As I mentioned, this one doesn't have music. It does, however, besides all the funny sounds it has, allow you to record your own if you have a microphone plugged in. Now, I don't think I can use that feature because I assume it's looking for a mic in the microphone jack and not like a fucking USB mic because those did not exist back then. There's one I remember having a funny sound that I liked. This one's very Cocomelon. They have some ideas, though. To be honest, I'm not sure how they expect you to make them, considering I'm not sure if there's a proper way to, like... oh, actually place them? Yeah, it was this one. Ouch, Doc gulp sound. I totally forgot about the second page of these. I'm not sure I ever really looked at the second page of this. I don't remember this shit at all. Have him rotate too. Then you can kill him. The ideas actually have some fun things. It's just, again, I don't know how you actually fucking place them. So. Now just cute little visual patterns. That's cute. Showing how you can make little melodies. Again, just funky visuals. Rotating stuff. Another one that funky looking to me. Oh, Thinkin Things Collection 1 is really more a collection of toys. Is more than a full-on educational game. Which is fine. Like, hey, the box has this point at ages 4 to 8, and honestly, I think assuming your kid has a handle on how to use the mouse, it'll probably point it more towards the lower end of that. But surely, it's only been a half hour, and surely I'll have more than that, and the other two games in this series that I plan on showing off are a little more substantial. Excuse me while I move to the next one. Thinkin Things Collection 1 would be followed up with Collections 2 and 3, which will not be shown tonight. I think they're not too different, maybe slightly more complex. Will show up, though, is a later entry in the series from the far-off year of 1998. This one is far more structured and presentationally fancy. Hopefully this will work, right? Began in 94, kept rolling in 95, it's true. Here we go. Surprisingly, this recognizes CD drives other than D, which not say for a lot of old PC software. Moonchild sure didn't. Getting that set up before that port was made was a bit. So this is Thinkin Things Sky Island Mysteries.
Ah, here we are. The Sky Island Festival is well underway, but some tricksters are trying to ruin the fun. And it's up to you and Joe Clousteau to stop them.
Joe Clousteau obviously is
Because this is a secret assignment, you must sign in before entering.
That's the opposite of secret, but okay. Joe Clousteau obviously play on, you know, Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther. The movie, not the cartoon that everyone actually remembers the Pink Panther. Let's put in a name. If you enter as guest, you can't save, so.
Good luck.
Here's Joe Clousteau, by the way. He's a fucking horrible creature.
I'm Joe Clousteau, and we'll be working together on this assignment. Follow me to Clue Central.
Aren't we excited to look at this guy for a while?
Okay, this is how it works. We find clues on the other islands and come back right here to solve each of the 14 mysteries. Spike, sit. There are 3,125 suspects, but I'm sure we can narrow it down to just one culprit for each of the mysteries. For our first mystery, someone stopped the watchtower clock. We need to find the culprit who did it.
And by we, he apparently means you, because he's taking a
Let's go
fucking
get
nap.
clues at the other islands. Click the map button and let's go! Click on an island and I'll meet you there to get some clues.
So there's 3 islands that serve as, like, the main gameplay hubs of this. Being... These videos are fucking up, kinda. Air Show Isle. Stadium Isle. Rebus Isle. I hope this clears up when I actually enter one of the islands.
Welcome
Okay, good.
to the amazing air show.
He does meet you there, unfortunately.
Okay,
Honestly, if the-
pal, it's time to shine as you direct the air show. This is your things to do list, and this is the flight log. Your job on Airshow Isle is to set up the log to tell the pilots how to perform the tasks listed in the to-do list. Set up a command in the flight log by dragging one or more plane tiles and one action tile to align in the log. You can rearrange the order of items in the to-do list or the log by clicking and dragging command lines. When you think your log is ready, click the Check It button to test your air show. If it's ready to go, the planes will fly.
Create a flight log to complete all the tasks on this air show schedule.
As you can see, this still has the Explore and Q&A difference that the original Thinkin Things did, but this time it starts on Q&A and is more focused on a structured lesson. So ultimately, what we have here is flying to 1,000, 2,000, 300 are already in, so all that's left is landing. If we can do it, we're allowed to do it at the same time.
Your show is ready to go. Let the fun begin.
You do that. You watch these goofy little pre-rendered planes do their little shtick. As a kid, I liked this because I liked planes. Nowadays, I can imagine it getting a little stale. Considering you kind of have to watch them for a good bit. Granted, I do believe you can skip it, but I might as well at least show it off at first. Up. Finally both going for a landing. Skip that.
Great work entertaining the audience. Spike just brought us a clue! I'm sure there are more just waiting to be found.
Create a flight log to complete all the tasks on this airshow schedule.
Some planes are already in the air. Watch those altitudes as you plan.
Yeah, red to 1000. Green. Check it, see if they're cool.
Spectacular planning. Ready for takeoff.
You can see right there, the purple one will come in for a landing. Looks like a dragonfly, that's cute. To be perfectly frank, I'm not sitting through the rest of this shit. It is good that you don't have to.
Create a flight log to complete all the tasks on this airshow schedule.
Some planes are already in the air. Watch those altitudes as you plan.
Here you can move on through the various topics, which includes like the way they introduce various mechanics. Let's stunts and altitude.
Create a flight log to complete all the tasks on this airshow schedule.
This is just will be a series. 1000 we need a there's no stunt lifted, so that just leaves 3000 wave. Of course, this is all for red plane, so you can at least see what some of the stunts look like.
This log checks out. Here we go!
Ultimately, this is just a matter of following the instructions and making sure you get everything in there, even if they're not necessarily in order. Show me a surprise. Pretty surprising. That crowd is really loud. Look at the wave, just kind of curious. Yeah, I'd call that wavy.
Create a flight log to complete all the tasks on...
Anyway, yeah, as I mentioned, this is probably the least interesting one. It is very much do what it says.
Click on an island and I'll meet you there to get some clues.
Here we are on Rebus Isle.
Kids, we know what a Rebus puzzle is, right? If not, even if you don't know the name, you might have seen us.
A rebus is a group of pictures, letters, and animations that make a word. The plus and minus signs tell you how to put each word together. Click on a word box to see the rebus for that word. We'll keep the show running. Spike, you probe for clues.
Yeah, sure, you're doing something important, I'm sure.
I've got work to do, but if you need help, just knock on my magnifying glass.
I will not be doing that. Anyway. Ice skater upset? Well, we have dice, but minus a D, so the ice.
Z. Z.
Sometimes you get sounds to letters. I don't know what this is. I think it's a maid, but then minus a D. And king, so making. For X.
Great job! Here's a clue. We'll crack this case yet. Return soon, Spike!
Don't do that. So, once again,
Try to solve this Rebus riddle.
you can do a series here. Look at more riddles. Let's ramp things up a bit. Let's see, now we have 8 words to figure out. Parachute jump. Up, she waits to E.
Eh.
Thing, because it's knee, thing, th, and then ring, but minus the R. Because that's a hill, but minus H. This is probably like the most directly quote-unquote educational thing in this particular group, being focused on words and things.
Oh.
Ben. See if anything will open up for her.
Congratulations!
Get it? Because parachutes open up. You got that
Good
one.
work, Spike. We've got another clue. Let's get another.
That's another clue. Ideally, you'll get like a bunch of clues from going around the various islands.
See if you can puzzle through this Rebus riddle.
Treasure a snake? Well. Is?
B. L.
Those are claws, so B. Cause.
A. V. V. A. V. A.
They. No.
E.
Really a lot of pretty terrible jokes out of this.
Way to go!
See if you can puzzle through this Rebus riddle.
And the other thing about this one is that if you hop to explore,
If you need help, click the tour button.
so you get the pick of the litter and can make your own puzzles. Probably have to put in another thing. And so on and so forth. You can save them and everything. Like the original Thinkin things, there's an ideas section. This one's neat though, because it gives you some things to come up with, but doesn't actually build the puzzle for you. So that's up to you. Also lets you see a bunch of really terrible jokes, as mentioned.
Click on an island and I'll meet you there to get some clues.
Finally, Stadium Isle, which I think I found the most entertaining as a kid. This one's at least funny. But first we have to listen to this fucking... I promise the next and last game will have some slightly more appealing
Ready for more
characters.
clues? We'll entertain the crowd and see you soon.
Probably also be worth spending the most.
I've got work to do, but if you need help, just knock on my magnifying glass. Each Fripple acts differently.
The Fripples are back.
What is happening in the seats next to it, beside it, or diagonal to it? Help the Fripple fans get to their seats. Drag a Fripple to a stadium seat. Then click Step to make the Fripples move once, or click Play to make the Fripples move many times.
Cheerleader Fripples start cheering when they are next to each other. Add one cheerleader so the two cheer together. Then click Step.
Pretty simple to start with.
Cheerleaders have some great routines.
But to start, they'll just
Time
do
for
one.
another cheer. Add one cheerleader to a red seat so that it will cheer. Then click Play.
They'll move.
Congratulations! A clue!
These guys have lots of cute little animations.
Right on!
The cheerleaders want to make a bee in a fun way. Add two Fripples to make a bee, but don't start them in the blue seats.
As we noted earlier, they move to the right on their own. Go. I want to see exactly how long before they start introducing the other type. There's a bunch of different interactions, which I think is what.
Put a spotted muncher Fripple next to a cheerleader and watch what happens.
This one's pretty funny.
Neato!
They do a little flip when the cheerleader.
Still puzzling, but here's a clue. Good
Each of these will do a flip by step set, add another rule so that they all flip, which just means go across in a line here. I'm going to move forward on the top. Well, this one has like one more to introduce, and the rest of the rules about the spotted munchers, so. Everyone's having a good time. I do like that their expression remains completely just flat when they flip. Like, me too, man, you know?
I love to watch
The Frank Foodie Fripple passes popcorn to spotted munchers on the right. Add 1 Fripple to the red row so that it will eat popcorn.
That's our right, by the way, I believe. Hey, eaters.
Here's a clue that can help.
We have all as many clues as we need, by the way. I want to show off more of the things in this. I want this guy to pass out.
Hey, could someone please pass the mustard?
Add 2 spotted munchers so that the Frank Foodie passes hot dogs to one and popcorn to the other. Watch what happens after they eat 3 times.
Watch what happens. It's kind of silly, if I remember. Yo.
6 spotted munchers want to flip at the same time. Add 6 fripples so that they all do the flip at the same time.
I guess they want to make sure you remember how this works. But yeah, that showed off Frank Foodie. Next.
Happy Stripe Fripples don't like to sit alone. Add 1 Snoozer Fripple to a red seat so that the Happy moves next to it and smiles.
Here's our exit. We have our fucking guy and these happy guys that want to have friends.
Fripple-tastic!
Don't fucking say that.
Happy Stripes love to sit next to each other. Add 1 Happy and let the party begin. Happy Stripes will change seats so they can sit next to a Happy who is sitting diagonally from it. Add 1 Happy to a red seat so that 2 Fripples move together and party.
Way to party!
Add 1 Happy Stripe to a red seat so the Happies can get together and party.
Headbutt. Here, and the party starts.
Nothing can wake a snoozer. Well, almost nothing. Place 2 Happy Stripes so that
Wake up and join the party!
So you wake them up, they can become more Happy Stripes.
Ruby Loner Fripples are happiest when they sit all by themselves. Take off 1 Fripple so that the loner is happy.
Direction, let me see.
Peace
There we go.
and quiet at last.
You have the luxury to sit by
What does
yourself,
a
it can be
Ruby
nice.
Loner do when there is nowhere to move? Add 2 of these.
Good question. That's a rule I don't remember. Oh, right, they take out their book.
When Happy Stripes party, they wake the snoozers next to them. Add 1 Happy so that all the snoozers wake up and party.
It's like a fucking infection, these guys.
Wake up and join the party!
Kid Lemon Fripples make their way toward the top of the stadium bleachers until they find another kid to sit next to.
Kid Lemon.
Right on!
If a Kid Lemon has more kids than parent lemons in the 4 seats next to it, it will be noisy. Otherwise, it will be quiet. Add 1 parent so that 2 kids will be quiet.
Yeah, she'll quiet those kids down.
Nice job!
Add 1 Kid Lemon to a red seat so that all the kids become noisy.
Let's get this kid a little too excited. Good face.
Add
Crazy.
1 Fripple so that the Kid Lemon in the blue seat is quiet.
That's pretty simple. So that if there's a tie, it goes to the parents. Hey, good catch.
Good catch!
Hey, I said
If
that.
enough parent lemons leave the stadium, Kid Lemons will celebrate. Take off 2 parents so that all the kids will be noisy.
Yeah.
Those noisy kids are having a great...
What a racket those Kid Lemons are making. Add 1 spotted muncher so the...
So they turn when they hit someone. Again, this is a sort of way of like logicking out a bunch of these things.
Lemon meet up with the Kid Lemon. If you remove 1 spotted muncher, they can find each other.
Theoretically should be that since the kid moves up.
Congratulations!
Photographer Fripples stop above a quiet Kid Lemon to take pictures. Otherwise, they move down looking for the best photo opportunity. Add 1 photographer so it ends up in 1 spot taking photos.
Quiet kids, so.
Add 1 photographer to the top row so that it will find a quiet Kid Lemon and take pictures.
When they move down and hit something that isn't a kid. There, they'll turn to that side, so.
Photographers think they get the best photos in the bottom row. Boy, are they in for a surprise.
Bottom. Oh no!
I hope that wasn't an expensive camera.
Camera? That dude fucking died.
Put a photographer in the top row so it moves to the bottom row and jumps onto the field.
This is the last
When Bye Bye Blue is in the bottom row, it tries to move to an exit. Take off 1 snoozer so Blue can leave.
Bye Bye Blues. They just want to go home, man. You know what? I know the feeling. I like the little jacket.
Cripple left early to beat the traffic.
Not a bad
When
plan.
Bye Bye Blue is not in the bottom row, it needs to find an usher fripple to point to the exit. Place an usher in the right aisle so that Blue
Looks like that works.
When an usher points to the exit, Bye Bye Blue puts on its coat and gets ready to leave. Take off one snoozer.
Chap, that's the last guy.
Right on!
Add one Bye Bye Blue in the red row so that the usher can help it find.
I want to get to at least adding the last kind, and then we can kind of skip ahead to some funny stuff that these guys could do. Later, homie.
Bye Bye Blue will try to move down the bleachers to one of the exits once the usher has pointed the way. Take off one snoozer so Blue
Usher. I sound like that. Thanks, Mr. Usher. You look kind of like a cop, but you're doing something actually.
Stop a party.
Okay, never mind. He's a
Add
cop.
one happy stripe to the red row to start a party. Then watch the usher.
That was the thing I forgot. That guy is gone.
Take off one snoozer so that the happy stripes will get together and party until...
It looks so sad when they're not next to anyone.
Nice! The Cap Chap Fripple moves up and down the left aisle. It puts hats on empty seats. Take off one snoozer so that the chap can fill an entire row with hats, then return to the left aisle.
He goes across. This guy's got kind of a Gordy shape to him. Oh, is this slow? I guess it was. You have more patience as a kid.
Add one snoozer to one of the red seats so that it picks up a hat that the Cap Chap has left.
That's and snoozers don't move otherwise.
Nothing can wake a snoozer. Well, almost nothing.
Bye Bye Blue decides to stay and watch the game if it gets a hat from the Cap Chap. Take off one snoozer so that Blue will get a hat and stay.
Right, because he doesn't move down without an ushers. If he gets there in time to give our guy a hat. There we go. He likes his hat.
I guess that's
What What happens when the cap chap leaves a hat on the seat next to a party of happy stripes?
This is pretty funny, though. I know in the later puzzles this leads to some goofy-ass shit.
Party on, Fripples!
Just generate more of them out of hats.
When two Fripples try to move to the same seat, they collide and nobody can move. Add one usher so that it will collide with...
That's the collisions tutorial. Try a late one, see what they start asking us to do. I think this one of Fripple Population Growth and Decay. That's a good name.
Those snoozers won't sleep for long. Add one of these Fripples and click play so that the stadium fills up with a big party.
Fill it up. The only way we can get a bunch more in there is a cap chat. And you also notice that they give you the option for all of them, so you have to know which one to pick rather than just knowing where to put it. Look at them go. They're having a grand old time. Now those are some loud bleaches.
There's quite a crowd here for today.
Can you make the blue seats fill up with spotted munchers? Add one Frank Foodie and two more munchers to see this happen.
Specifics to how of these. Something like this, though. Oh yeah, because they pass them down the row. Obviously, this will take a bit. Get everyone all fed up. Fed up. Art? There.
The Fripples love the food here at Fripples Stadium.
I bet it's really expensive.
Bye-bye Blues are tired and ready to leave.
Right here. That one's finds the exit himself. I feel like I just did that. Alright, there we go. Everyone goes home.
Help the photographers leave the stadium to escape the noise. Take off 2 parent lemons so all the photographers will exit in the bottom row.
Get an idea of that. And again, you switch to explore around big groups. I feel like doing that right now.
And I'll meet you there.
So we have enough clues to solve the first mystery.
We're a great trio.
You don't do shit, man. Shut up. Alright, so mention 6 clues. Let's see what's on the board.
Enter information about the suspect here. Click search to see how many suspects fit your description.
4 descriptors we can land on. Various clues to show them off, but some clues won't actually help that much. This one doesn't show hair, accessory, snack, or body size.
Kangi sour? How disgusting. I suppose so.
Well, hey, you want a Kangi sour?
Kangi sours. So see, if you search with all, then, as mentioned, 3,000. There's 3,000 fucking suspects.
Fit the description.
But if you found some, but 70's still too many.
Watchmaker, watchmaker, messing with time, making me sing like a shiny dime. Isn't it great? Isn't it grand?
Some glasses in this picture. Oops. Pins found on the screen. 3. Goo, a 7-foot rope, pair of broken spectacles, a beamatronic watch, small mirror, photo of last year, wrapper from Towers. Oh, and 3 audio tapes. We're down to one subject, Mr. Caleb Hicks. Let's see.
I can hardly wait.
Yes, in fact, it was the watchmaker Caleb Hicks who stopped the clock. He is very loyal to his old friend Pasco and used his expertise with time to bring us all to a halt. Thank you, Secret Agent, for putting all the pieces together.
That's what it looks like when you solve a mystery in this.
On your mark.
Afterwards, you just, well,
someone is
do that again.
The Intergalactic Foot Bounce Finals. Let's go get clues at the other islands.
And again, and again. Yeah, after a while, this doesn't continue to be the most interesting.
Get some clues.
I believe there's 14 mysteries in total, and there is a silly little animation you get if you do all of them, but is it worth the time? Not really. It gets a little repetitive. It's not the best we have to offer. That'll be next. We can move on to the third, final, and my personal favorite that I have tonight, which is not all of them. There were various other Thinkin things, like I said, collections 2 and 3, and then also other various titles, ones like these. Here, we have something I think is a little special. Like I said, because it's my favorite. Alright. Alrighty. This one is Thinkin Science Series Zap. The second in Thinkin Science game, which is a spin-off, and there were only 2 of them, so there's got to be. As you can guess, rather than just logic stuff, this one brings some science into the mix. Let's add a name and... Alright, we're good. Get our backstage pass and meet the band.
Do that new finale next time when we... Oh, hey! Welcome backstage! Are you looking for autographs or something?
Riff, this is our contest winner who's going to guest direct our next show.
Oh, how simply marvelous! You've arrived! I see you've already met our announcer. Riff and I were just about to go find Serge so we can rehearse the show.
Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but... we've got ourselves a situation. Whoa, what is it? What happened?
Serge, you haven't been attracting lightning again, have you?
Oh, come on. You know I can't help it. I just seem to have an electric personality.
Man, tell me the lightning didn't hit the control booth again!
I can't tell you that.
And all those special components we just installed for the concert, they're not,
They're toast. Look, nothing but red lights on the cyclopedia.
You'll have to rebuild all those parts in time for the concert. Remember, the show must go on.
We'd better get back to our labs and jam.
beam in and reconstruct the components.
See if we can solve our current problems.
We could sure use your help, guest director. Click any of us to go to our labs.
So are these guys much more pleasant to look at than that last freak? As you can see, a bunch of stuff we have to get working in 3 categories of light, electricity, and sound. Involves doing little experiment puzzle things with our three members, each of which, you know, have their own personality. Riff's cool, Serge's a little snarky, and Blaze is British. The 3 personality types. Start with Riff. Let's hear some sound.
Yeah, baby! This is my pad, where the sound hangs around. My studio is so mellow, even sound slows down. But the upside is, you get to see it. These are my buds, the Boogie Bots. They dance to their own groove. You're not into it? Oh, you can't hear it. Well, let me lend you an ear.
Not that exciting, man.
My Boogie Bots groove to different kinds of sounds. Blue Bots dance to high-pitched sounds. Red Bots dance to low-pitched sounds. Purple Bots dance to both high and low.
Yeah, this is teaching you about
Which Boogie Bot will dance to this low-pitched sound?
Said red was low? Yeah, it tells you right there. Any amplitude but low frequency.
You just keep on trucking.
Oh my god, he actually hits the fucking keep on trucking pose. That's funny as shit.
Do you know why the baseball batter didn't swing at the A note? It was a high pitch. Yeah, baby.
They still got jokes, though.
Which Boogie Bot will dance to this high-pitched sound?
You are right on. Thanks to your work, the Boogie Bots have managed to create the first sound component for the concert. Check it out in the control booth or stay here and help us build the rest of the story.
Why doesn't he just go into
boogie
the
to
other guy?
loud sounds. Space Bots swing to soft sounds. Fish Bots dance to both loud and soft sounds.
So much like
Boogie Bot will dance to this soft sound.
So much like Sky Island Mysteries, as you continue to do these, you'll get more parts for the concert to fix everything up. So your reward for that is a little more fun and interesting than mystery solving in the other game, I think. believe they said it was...
Man, you got it made in the shade.
Low amplitude sounds, excuse me.
Which boogie bot will dance to this soft sound?
Again, we need the,
Hey, high five!
guy there.
Thinking!
Which boogie bot will dance first to this high-pitched sound?
So, won't be red, but it'll be the closer blue.
Far out! That was terrific work!
Yeah, a lot of this is about, you know, the difference between amplitude and frequency. I don't want to hear your joke.
Which boogie bot will dance first to this low-pitched sound?
Way cool! You are a happening scientist!
That's loud as shit, but, let's see. There's a bunch of topics here, again, and it's a little more scientific, so... Start with... Identify sound by... Let's do the first
Which speaker will make this boogie bot be the first to dance?
Gotta be the closest one, right?
You made a sound decision on that one!
Say, Blaze, what do you think about Riff's wavelength hypothesis?
I'd say it's a sound theory.
They've all got jokes for you.
Which boogie bot will dance first to this small amplitude sound?
Smooth.
Smooth is right.
Which speaker will make this boogie bot be the first to dance?
Dynamite thinking!
See if we get another part out of this before we move on. They give you one early, I noticed. That, my man.
You can zoom in on the sound wave to see it better. You can make a sound higher or lower by turning the frequency dial.
Change this sound's frequency so that all the boogie bots will dance to it.
Hello there.
The dial for that.
Hello there.
Change this sound's frequency so that all the boogie bots will dance to it.
That again. Push to explore for a minute.
Now, you can groove to your own thing. Yes, use the CDs we've got or record your own sounds. Oh yeah, and click the tour button on the slide out tab if you want a guided tour of the Soundwave Studio.
We can mess with that in a bit, but
You can zoom in on the sound wave to see it better.
Change this sound's frequency so that only these boogie bots will dance to it.
we're looking for a high frequency. I don't remember this screen at all. Funny.
Smooth.
Higher frequency. Yeah.
Do you know what beach bum sound waves do for fun? They surf on the frequency! Get it?
I don't get it.
Change this sound's frequency so that only these boogie bots will dance to it.
Groovy. Say, someone unplugged the ear tool, but that's okay. You can still analyze the sounds just by looking at the sound waves. Sometimes you may need to zoom in for a closer look.
Change this sound's frequency
Oh, this is
so
cool.
that all the boogie bots will dance to it.
Those sounds. How the wave, you can look at how the wave changes. I like that.
You just keep on trucking.
I can't believe that. That is definitely the kind of reference I didn't get as a kid. Moves.
Hey, thanks to your rockin' help, we've got another component for the concert. Only 6 more to go.
Change this sound's frequency so that all the boogie bots will dance to it.
6 more, huh? Hop over to the encyclopedia. Oh, this is... And again, since this is a science kind of game, you have a lot of cool descriptions of things. Wow. Sound is vibration. Enter your own notes. You can print them out, I guess. That's neat. That's another thing I think I didn't really poke at as a kid, but it's important to have the educational stuff. Let's look at the parts for a second. You need 8 parts for each show. They'll add different things to for each subject, rather, and then they'll add different things to the show. So that's enough sound time for now. Hop over to one of the other 2. Starting with Blaze. Night.
Hello, love. Oh, silly me, you can't see me, can you? Well, this ought to shed some light on the situation.
Doesn't she light up a room?
And now for something completely illuminating. When a laser energizes an egg, it hatches into one of my lovely little flashbots. They'll help build components for the concert.
Funky little
First,
CGI,
you've
guys.
got to get the beam to the egg. Care to take a crack at it? The first parts you'll work with are mirrors. Mirrors bounce light back away from them.
Try using this part to energize the egg.
And start simple.
You're
Little
a
guy.
veritable rainbow of good thinking.
Can you use this part to energize the egg?
I ask you to, place parts yourself, too.
It's clear you're quite good at this. Thanks to your illustrious work, we've managed to build our first component for the control booth. Go to the stage to rehearse with what you've got, or stay here and help us build the rest.
And they give you the first hit quick. I think that's pretty funny.
Using only this part, can you energize the egg?
That was a smashing bit of science work. Why did the lens and the mirror choose to meditate together? So they could reflect with a clear focus.
That one was okay.
Try using this part to energize the egg.
This is another one where I want to jump. Start out by showing you, like, mirrors and then lenses, things like that. Fun light stuff. So we move to reflect with light. Hey, welcome.
Remember, flat mirrors reflect light away from them at equal angles.
Can you use these parts to energize the egg? This egg needs 2 light beams to hatch.
One so far. And I see 2. Again.
By Jove, I think you've got it!
Using only these parts, can you energize the egg?
3 beams of red. Pardon my French. Trying to pin down her accent. It feels like... I'm sure so is she. This is a funky ankle. Far enough to the side? No. There we go.
Your predictive skills are quite good indeed.
I appreciate a visual gag.
Try using these parts to energize the eggs.
Looks like, and I mean this with no offense, the Incredible Machine Gaiden. 5 coming out of 4. I'm taking it. Incredible Machine was cool. Fucking serious. And I know that
Absolutely fabulous.
Japan got a version of that that's themed after fucking ghosts and goblins for some reason.
Can you use these parts to energize the egg?
2 beams of any color. I don't know why either. Hangman would make a lot of sense, really.
You're a
I think it's just because, like, Ghosts and Goblins is a very, like, kind of goofy cartoon style to it. Like, it's cutting out a bit. Yeah, I'm still working on, like, certain, settings on that.
Using only these parts, can you energize the egg?
Oh, it's too close to the end, that's why. Then was number 2. There we go.
Jolly good prediction.
Ultimately, I want to see if I can get at least like 2 parts per each subject.
Try using these parts to energize the eggs.
One, you need 4. Only these parts do you truly believe you can hatch this egg? If I believe in myself, I might be able to do it. Try and get the 4 first. Going for something like this, huh? Get that in, but
Can you use these parts to energize the egg?
I'll go for a hint on this
I'll
one.
show you one possible solution. I'll give you a series of steps to get you to the solution. I rotate this flat mirror like this. Now, where do you predict it should be placed? This flat mirror should be rotated.
It'll put it there for you.
I rotate this flat. Try placing this flat mirror here, turned like this.
So yeah, you can get a series of hints. Mind me needing hints for the puzzle game for 8 to 11 years old when I'm fucking 30. Just don't think about that. It's fine. Literally just not a problem. Me too, man. Me too.
Right, indeed.
Say, Ref, how fast does light travel?
I don't know, but man, it gets here way too early in the morning.
Animations in this are fun. I'm easily impressed by 2D animation,
Using
though.
only these parts, can you energize the eggs?
I'm easily impressed by 2D animation because it seems like one of the hardest things in the fucking world. You know what I mean? Puzzles do get a few more elements to them, like also in some convex lenses.
Convex lenses bend or refract light in towards their center.
Try using these parts to energize the egg. This egg needs 1 red light beam to hatch.
Yeah, you have to learn about all that sort of stuff.
Illuminating.
Can you use these parts to energize the eggs?
Try. Like if it would make you feel better, you know? End it like Beckham here. Oh. Funny.
I'd place this convex lens here. Which angle do you think it should have?
Right here, but the angle is not necessarily correct. Anywho, before I make myself look like more of an idiot, I would have ended up with 1 or 2 parts. Yeah, just the one. So let's log back towards the 3rd category. Meet our guy Surge. Let's hear his spiel.
You think you're shocked? I'm positively charged. You might even say ecstatic about electricity.
That's a pretty big jokester for a
welcome
guy
to
who's
the
the reason
Electrolog.
we're in.
With this device, we can create and analyze circuits. I've got a few circuits around here you can help me out on. And sometimes Blaze and Riff pop by with some electrical problems of their own. So let's get down to business, shall we?
Surge, my amp's on the fritz. I think it might have an electrical bug. Could you help me?
Well, let's take a look and see, why don't we? A complete circuit is a closed path or loop. You can trace the path along the circuit all the way back to where you started.
Which circuit will light the bulb?
Why, that's the smartest thing I ever heard.
Now you can play with this circuit. Try dragging another light bulb to the wire.
Make a bunch. This again has an explore mode, so you can make a bunch of different. Over time, it introduces more.
Hello, Surge. This flashlight's been giving me fits again. Can you elucidate the problem?
Let's analyze some of these circuits and see what's going on.
Can you complete this circuit so the bulb will light?
When I was a kid, this got me curious about this stuff enough that I ended up messing with some like real like kids circuit boards. It was pretty fun seeing this stuff come together, but in real life.
You're obviously a high-voltage thinker.
Really, I think that's the ultimate goal of stuff like this. Get kids interested in actually caring about
We've
stuff.
now rebuilt the first electrical component for the concert. Head to the stage to see how it works, or stay here and help us with the rest of the components.
Please complete this circuit so the spinner will spin. To move a wire, click anywhere along the red wire, then drag.
Supercharged thinking! A gap anywhere in a circuit breaks the flow of electric current.
Hear that? That's
what
true.
What sign would you find hanging in a resistor's house? Ohm, sweet ohm. Here's a tip. To complete a circuit, each terminal of the battery must be connected to a wire.
This circuit is not working. Can you fix it?
This circuit software for kids
Well,
sure is.
Lightning fast analysis.
The eyes being part of the glasses is like a classic sight gag for cartoon shit.
You're powerfully good at electrical science.
I had to use those throughout high school and college with 100% less
Now
cartoon
you can add
characters.
bulbs and experiment. Click the Show Current button to see current.
To show the way current flows. Negative and to positive.
Hey, Surge! My alarm clock isn't working right. Would you mind looking into it?
Well, let's see what the trouble is.
Can you build this circuit with wires and the parts in the tube?
Probably do something like that. I don't think the exact placement matters too much as long as you connect everything right. That's a good morning, huh?
You made the right connections on that one.
Build a complete circuit with wires and the parts in the tube.
Now they don't even give you the, preview, so you can really get it.
Oh, you electrify me! When I was in school, I once told my parents I got an A on my electricity exam. Boy, were they shocked.
Hello, Serge. This flashlight's been giving me fits again. Can you elucidate the problem?
Happy to oblige. The doctor is always in.
I happen
Can
to
you finish this circuit so that it works?
I gotta say, I'm curious about Serge's voice actor. He seems like he's doing a pretty good job. A bit much for a light bulb. Work.
I couldn't have done it better myself.
Oh, Serge dear, my string of lights hasn't been functioning properly.
Light 'em up. Gangweed, light 'em
Now
up.
that's what I call using brain power.
Let the bass kick go.
Electric current always flows in the same direction, all the way through a circuit.
Which picture shows the direction that electric current flows through the circuit?
Hey, you're really good at this.
Quizzes like that too.
Here's the circuit you chose. You can click the
That does.
Electric current flows out from the negative terminal of the battery, through the circuit, and back to the positive terminal of the battery.
Which picture shows the direction that electric current flows through the circuit?
Positive.
I couldn't have done it better myself.
Here's the circuit you chose. You can click the Show Current button and watch the current flow through the circuit. Then click OK.
Ding dong.
What was the wire's favorite subject in school? Current events.
Ding dong. Some guy was really nailing those Sonic Unleashed QTEs there.
Which circuit has the batteries arranged so the current flows from the negative terminal of one battery to the positive terminal of the other? You can test your prediction.
That's cool. Quiz, but they also let you test it on the board, which I think is cool.
Supercharged thinking! You know, thanks to your knack for electrical thinking, we now have another component for the concert. There are only 6 more to go.
Oh dear, Serge. This dance bot's not been working properly.
Good? We're good. So, let's jump ahead, see what kind of things they have. How about some... Now let's look at the review, see the first section. Start with current and voltage, actually. Curious what they have to say about that.
Replace the battery to make the light bulb brighter. You can look in the name window to see the voltage of the battery you are using.
The 1.5 volt. Can we just put these like back? Yes. Yeah. Can we go brighter though? What a white bulb of 5 ohms and 20 watts. And brighter.
You're obviously a high voltage thinker. A battery with more volts will make the same light bulb brighter.
Jump scare, good lord.
Add 2 light bulbs to this circuit and watch what happens to the brightness of the first bulb.
I'll get dimmer.
You're powerfully good at electrical science. Because there are more lights in the same circuit, it's harder for the current to flow. The less current that flows, the dimmer the bulbs will be.
Oh dear, Serge. This dance spot's not been working properly. Can you deduce what's wrong with it?
Sounds like it's time for some electrical analysis.
Add 3 spinners to this circuit and watch what happens to the speed of the first spinner.
Three. Yeah, someone mentioned it earlier, but the interface for this part is very incredible. Machine with it. They all slow down a pretty good deal. It is repeating the same concept, but
so Blaze,
that's important.
why did the electrons cross the road?
I don't know. Why?
Somebody rubbed a balloon on the chicken.
Dude, you gotta stop doing that. Dimmest light bulb, well, presumably the one with the least batteries, right?
Now that's what I call using brain power. The more voltage a light bulb is connected to, the brighter it will be.
Circuit will blow out the light bulb. That's interesting. This is a Fine.
Hey, you're really good at this.
Too much voltage can break certain things. Not be blown out by this. Probably want 30 watts. Seems like it can handle it.
You made the right connections on that one.
Different battery, then replace the bulb. Or the 9-volt. Still too much. Like it can handle it.
Why, that's the smartest thing I ever heard.
Thanks for not being.
Why did the band leader keep getting struck by lightning?
I don't know. Why?
He was a very good conductor.
That was alright.
Build a circuit that will give you the brightest light possible without blowing out the bulb.
How much can this take? Pretty fine. Brighter. That was 4. Handle 4. $6 volts. How far we can go before we ruin it. Really handle 6. Seven's too much though. $600 points to pass. You got 6.
Oh, you electrify me!
There you go. Anyway, what are we getting all these gizmos for anyway? So let's do this kind of. We don't have access to wires, so I see. We have to find things.
Hey, you're really good at this.
Also, don't
Metals
fucking
are
touch.
great conductors.
So don't fucking touch that wrench right now. You will die. Also, I hope you didn't fix her hairdryer with that. Like, you just use that as an example and then use some regular wires, right? I knew you'd risk yourself for mistake.
Oh, you electrify me! Any object that allows electric current to flow through it easily is called a conductor.
Like you can imagine, Explore mode allows you to build your own circuits.
Now that's what I
Get a
call
lot of different parts to work
brain
with.
power. Did you hear that Ohm's law was never passed? It seems that too many people voted against it.
I would have said it got a lot of resistance. Could have done better.
Can you add an object to the circuit that will stop the device from running?
Yeah, this time.
I couldn't have done it better myself. Any object that does not allow electric current to flow through it is called an insulator.
Which circuit has a conductor that will let current flow? You can check your...
Why, that's the smartest thing I ever heard.
So yeah, you get a bunch of these different exercises. Funny golf clap. Again, same quiz.
Supercharged thinking!
I don't want to tell me I got another part at some point. Series circuit, huh? Here's in series. Button. Yeah, it has switches too.
Testing your circuit. You're powerfully good at electrical science.
Do you know why the proton wouldn't date the electron?
No, why?
He was far too negative.
Notice no one laughs at anyone else's jokes in this. They only laugh at their own.
Can you build a series circuit with wires and all the parts in the tube?
Now they're doing series circuits. They do parallel later too.
Testing your circuit. You're obviously a high voltage thinker. That was lightning fast analysis.
Jump ahead, see what some of the... Look at the meters.
The voltmeter is my favorite. It measures the voltage difference between 2 points in a circuit.
Let's use the voltmeter to check the battery voltage.
You made the right connections on that one.
Attach the 2 probes of the voltmeter where the hands are pointing. Then add the 9-volt battery and see what the meter reads.
Say 9 volts.
That was lightning fast analysis.
Add a 9-volt battery to the circuit so that the voltmeter reads 18 volts.
Now that's what I call
true.
using brain power.
Now add a 6-volt battery to the circuit so that the voltmeter reads 24 volts.
Oh, you electrify me!
Each time you added a battery, the voltage got bigger. Which one of your circuits has the highest voltage?
You're
thank you, ma'am.
good at electrical science. All right, now sit back, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to share a poem of mine. There once was a grumpy...
Definitely don't want to hear this joke. Not sitting around for that. Thrown out of my skin. Okay, so we ended up within 3 parts. I guess they don't always notify you, or I was just skipping the cutscenes. Anyway. So you might be wondering what we're actually using all these parts for. Well, like I mentioned, what we're getting is, you know, a little more interesting than last time. We get to put on a concert. Right now, the only effect we have on the sound is echo. Have our spotlight set up. And change the voltage, resistance on our dance bots. And also on our disco ball and our lights. Don't have anything for the lasers yet. Oh wait, I have but one. That pattern. Let's see what our little concert looks like with just what we have now.
Zap, band rehearsal starting now. Now.
So over time, as you go through this, you unlock different visuals to put up. Including different colored lights and patterns. You can make the dance bots and the
Wow, groovy rehearsal. We'll be there as soon as...
from the lights too. But yeah, you get to, over time, as you get more parts, you get to build up this concert. I believe you can even get at some different, different songs? I'm not sure. Definitely get a lot of different things you can customize. I think that's much more satisfying to get than solving the mysteries in Sky Island 1. I think it's pretty cool to get this kind of thing you can customize that you earn through. Anyway, certainly wasn't the longest stream I've done. Yeah, funny thing happens when I press. So, again, a little over 2 hours, but I gotta be somewhere kind of early tomorrow, so I want to get to bed earlier. For next stream, I do have some ideas of something I might want to start. The only thing is, I'm not sure I want to start something too long because I kind of want. I'm gonna have to get more tooth work done. Knock me out of commission again. So, anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Coming.